Welcome back to our channel, Coin Enthusiast. Today we're diving into a truly remarkable story, the story of the Roosevelt dime. Since its debut in 1946, millions of these small coins have been minted, each carrying the legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. But there's so much more than just numbers. From design details to rare collectible versions, we'll explore what makes these dimes so special. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about U.S. coins, you're in the right place. Let's explore the fascinating journey of the Roosevelt dime, one coins at a time. Let's get started. First up, the Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime that had been in circulation since 1916. This change was prompted by the death of President Roosevelt in 1945, and the U.S. Mint sought to honor his memory, especially his contributions to fighting polio. By 1970, over 2 decades of Roosevelt dimes had already circulated widely, making coins from this period both historically significant and collectible. The 1970 D dime specifically was minted during a period of change for the U.S. economy, a time when silver coins were becoming less common in circulation due to rising silver prices, though the Roosevelt dime by this point was composed primarily of copper-nickel clad, making it a durable coin that still captures collector interest. Examining the 1970 D Roosevelt dime more closely, you'll notice the iconic left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, which has remained largely unchanged since its inception. On the reverse, we see the familiar torch, olive branch, and oak branch representing liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. These design elements are not only artistically significant but also carry a symbolic weight that reflects Roosevelt's ideals and the nation's values in the post-war era. For collectors, the preservation of these details in a fine-condition coin is crucial, as anywhere can affect both its aesthetic appeal and market value. The 1970 D dime was minted at the Denver Mint, which produced millions of dimes that year. While the coin was not produced in as limited a quantity as some rarer issues, factors like condition, circulation, and any potential errors play a huge role in determining its collectible value today. Coins that have been well preserved over 5 decades, showing minimal wear while retaining sharpness in the design, are highly sought after by numismatists and can command impressive prices on the market. In terms of composition, the 1970 D Roosevelt dime is made of a copper-nickel clad, consisting of an inner core of pure copper and outer layers of a copper-nickel alloy. Measuring 17.91 millimeters in diameter and weighing 2.27 grams, it is identical in size and weight to other Roosevelt dimes from this era. Its metallic composition gives it durability but also means that careful cleaning is a big no-no for collectors, as even minor damage to the surface can significantly reduce the coin's value. When evaluating a 1970 D dime for collectors' purposes, condition is everything. A coin in fine condition will show moderate wear on the high points of Roosevelt's hair and face, while most of the torch, olive branch, and oak branch details on the reverse remain visible. Professional grading services can provide an official assessment, often increasing a coin's market appeal. Coins in higher grades, such as extremely fine or uncirculated, can fetch exponentially higher prices compared to those in circulated or heavily worn states. Today, the 1970 D Roosevelt dime in fine condition is considered moderately rare among circulated coins. Its value can range depending on collector demand, market trends, and coin condition. On average, a fine-condition coin may be worth a few dollars above face value, while those in higher grades or with special attributes, like proof-like surfaces or mint errors, can sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars. Its appeal lies not only in the historical significance but also in its accessibility to beginner collectors seeking a piece of 20th-century American history. For collectors looking to add the 1970 D dime to their collection, focus on condition first. Avoid coins that have been overly cleaned or show corrosion. Look for coins with strong details and clear mint marks, and consider purchasing through reputable dealers or auction sites to ensure authenticity. Collectors often seek dimes in sets, combining different mint marks and years, which increases both the educational and investment value of their collection over time. Did you know that the Roosevelt dime was the first coin to honor a president who was still recently deceased at the time of issue? Roosevelt's connection to the March of Dimes, which he founded to combat polio, also ties the coin to a social cause that transformed American healthcare. The 1970 dime is part of this rich legacy, and every coin carries the story of both Roosevelt's life and the era in which it circulated. Coin enthusiasts often enjoy researching these historical connections, making each coin much more than just metal. In conclusion, the 1970 Roosevelt dime may appear small, but it holds a wealth of history, symbolism, and collector interest. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner just starting your coin journey, this dime offers an accessible yet meaningful addition to your collection. Remember, the key to building value lies in careful preservation and informed collecting. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's iconic dimes, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more detailed videos about rare and valuable U.S. coins, market trends, and collecting tips that could turn your hobby into a rewarding treasure hunt. Next up, the Roosevelt dime is 90% silver in coins minted before 1965, but by 1979, it was composed primarily of a copper-nickel clad. Despite not being silver, the 1979 dime in uncirculated condition holds significant value for collectors. Uncirculated coins are remarkable because they maintain their original luster and details from the minting process, free from the wear and tear that normally affects circulated coins. The sharpness of the relief, the clarity of the D mint mark, and the reflective surfaces all contribute to its appeal. In terms of rarity, the 1979 Roosevelt dime is not extremely rare, but finding one in pristine uncirculated condition is increasingly uncommon. Millions of dimes were minted in 1979, yet over the decades, most coins entered circulation and became worn or damaged. For collectors seeking perfection, an uncirculated 1979 dime is a gem, especially if it earns a high grading score from professional services like PCGS or NGC. Coins graded MS65 or above can command significantly higher prices in the collector's market. Let's talk about current market value. An uncirculated 1979 dime generally sells for $1.50 to $5, depending on the coin's grade and luster. Coins with exceptional eye appeal, deep reflective surfaces, and sharp detail can reach higher collector prices. While it doesn't compare to rare silver dimes, it remains a solid investment for new and veteran collectors alike. The value also depends on market trends, demand among collectors, and availability in coin shops or online auctions. The historical significance of the Roosevelt dime cannot be overstated. Created to honor FDR's legacy, it was introduced just 1 year after his death in 1945. Roosevelt's presidency was marked by leadership through the Great Depression and World War II, making the coin a symbolic tribute to resilience and service. Additionally, the dime ties into Roosevelt's personal story of battling polio, which inspired his lifelong dedication to public health. Every collector holding a 1979 dime is, in a way, connecting with that history. A key feature collectors look for in the 1979 Roosevelt dime is the striking detail on Roosevelt's portrait. The sharp lines of his hair, the prominent cheekbones, and the clarity of inscriptions like "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" are all critical. Mint errors such as doubled dies or small die cracks, though rare, can make certain specimens even more valuable. Coin enthusiasts love to inspect the edges, date, and mint mark under magnification to catch any subtle anomalies that elevate a dime from ordinary to collectible. For investors and hobbyists, uncirculated 1979 dimes can also be an entry point into the broader world of U.S. coin collecting. They are affordable compared to older silver coins but offer the excitement of hunting for mint-perfect specimens. Coin collectors often combine them with other Roosevelt dimes from the 1970s to create complete series collections, tracking slight variations and mint mark differences from Denver and Philadelphia mints. The thrill of completing a set adds both historical value and personal satisfaction. If you're considering buying or selling a 1979 Roosevelt dime, authenticity is key. Always look for reputable coin dealers or certified grading services to ensure your coin is genuine. Counterfeits exist, particularly for higher grade coins, so careful examination is essential. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and dedicated numismatic sites provide valuable insights into recent sale prices and market trends. Remember, the combination of grade, rarity, and eye appeal drives the final value, so patience often pays off. From a content perspective, the 1979 Roosevelt dime provides a rich narrative. You can discuss its historical context, minting details, value trends, and collecting strategies. Close-up shots of the coin highlighting the D mint mark, lustrous surfaces, and sharp details can engage viewers visually. Sharing stories of rare finds, auction results, and even grading tips helps both beginners and seasoned collectors feel connected to the fascinating world of numismatics. In conclusion, the 1979 Roosevelt dime in uncirculated condition is more than just pocket change. It's a collectible that bridges history, artistry, and investment potential. Whether you are starting your coin collection or seeking that perfect mint condition edition, this dime offers insight into FDR's legacy and the art of U.S. coinage. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos exploring rare coins, collecting tips, and historical treasures. With each coin, we uncover stories from the past, celebrate craftsmanship, and enjoy the thrill of collecting a small yet significant piece of American history. Next up, the Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader whose legacy included founding the March of Dimes to combat polio. The dime was created to honor his commitment to public health and leadership during World War II. By 1985, the Roosevelt dime had become a staple in American coinage, minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the D mint mark indicating production at the Denver Mint. This coin represents a continuing tribute to Roosevelt's legacy, and its widespread circulation means that well-preserved examples, especially those in good condition, are increasingly prized by collectors. The obverse of the 1985 Roosevelt dime features a finely detailed portrait of President Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, who first created the original design in 1946. The reverse displays a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. The meticulous craftsmanship and symbolic imagery reflect the ideals Roosevelt championed. Over the years, even minor variations in strike quality, die wear, or minting errors can significantly affect a coin's value, which is why collectors often examine each coin carefully under magnification. The 1985 Roosevelt dime is composed of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, standard for post-1965 dimes after the U.S. eliminated silver from regular circulation coins. It weighs 2.27 grams with a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, making it a small but perfectly balanced coin. While it lacks the intrinsic silver value of earlier Roosevelt dimes, its collectible appeal is driven primarily by condition, minting quality, and historical significance rather than metal content. Coins in good condition, showing limited wear, clear date, and visible mint mark, can still command respectable prices in today's market. The 1985 Roosevelt dime is not considered extremely rare, as millions were minted that year. However, finding one in high-grade or uncirculated condition is less common due to the natural wear of circulating dimes over decades. Coins with minimal scratches, a strong strike, and sharp details attract collectors and can increase in value over time. Numismatic enthusiasts particularly look for coins that preserve the original luster and exhibit clean, undamaged surfaces. Even though it is a modern coin, its historical context and condition can make it a hidden gem in a coin collection. As of 2025, the 1985 Roosevelt dime in good condition typically ranges from $1 to $3 for standard circulated coins, while coins in higher grades such as very fine, extra fine, or uncirculated, can reach $10 to $30 or more. Coins with exceptional eye appeal or rare errors, like doubled dies or minting anomalies, can fetch hundreds of dollars at auctions. Market value fluctuates depending on collector demand, economic factors, and coin grading by professional services like PCGS or NGC, making it essential to keep up with current coin price guides. The D mint mark is located on the reverse side of the coin, near the base of the torch. This simple letter distinguishes it from coins minted in Philadelphia, which typically have no mint mark, and San Francisco, which uses an S. Knowing how to identify the mint mark is crucial for collectors because coins from different mints often vary slightly in rarity and value. For example, some years and mints had lower production numbers, making them more sought after in collector circles. If you are considering adding the 1985 Roosevelt dime to your collection, focus on condition, luster, and strike quality. Store coins in acid-free holders or coin flips to prevent damage. Avoid cleaning them with abrasives as this can reduce their value. Additionally, monitoring auction sites, coin shows, and professional grading services can help you identify coins with high collector appeal. Building a complete collection of Roosevelt dimes from 1946 to the present can also significantly increase the educational and monetary value of your collection. Did you know that Roosevelt dimes have appeared in more than 7 billion coins minted annually since 1946? Despite their commonality, small details like mint errors, double strikes, or die cracks make specific dimes highly collectible. Even coins from the 1980s like the 1985 D can be valuable if preserved properly. The dime's design, which has remained almost unchanged for decades, is a testament to both Sinek's artistry and Roosevelt's enduring legacy. It's remarkable how a small 10-cent coin can carry so much history and collector interest. In summary, the 1985 Roosevelt dime is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. While it may not be the rarest coin, a well-preserved example holds both sentimental and monetary value for collectors. Its historical significance, design features, and potential market appreciation make it a worthwhile addition to any collection. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Roosevelt dime, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos exploring rare coins, their history, and tips for collectors. Dive into your coin collection today. You never know which dime could become your next prized find. Next up, the Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, just 1 year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away. The coin was designed by John R. Sinek and was chosen to honor Roosevelt's legacy, particularly his work with the March of Dimes, which helped combat polio. The dime has remained remarkably consistent in design over decades, featuring a portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Each dime, including the 2006 D, carries this symbolic imagery that resonates deeply with American history. The 2006 D Roosevelt dime measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter and weighs 2.27 grams, with a composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel over a pure copper core. The obverse features Roosevelt's bust facing left, with the inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 2006 alongside the Denver Mint Mark D. The reverse showcases a striking torch flanked by an olive and oak branch, accompanied by the inscriptions, "United States of America," and "1 dime." Coin collectors often appreciate the crispness of the strike, subtle detail in Roosevelt's hair, and clarity of the torch flame on this coin. The 2006 D dime had a substantial mintage of approximately 4.3 billion coins, making it one of the more commonly circulated modern dimes. Despite this large production, coins in exceptional condition, like uncirculated or high-grade circulated examples, are still desirable to collectors. Coins from the Denver Mint are particularly notable because they often exhibit slightly different striking characteristics compared to their Philadelphia counterparts, including sharper rim details and more defined lettering on the obverse. Collectors often seek dimes in old condition, a term that usually refers to circulated coins showing natural toning, wear patterns, and a patina that reflects their age in pockets or coin rolls. The condition significantly impacts value. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services are especially valuable. Even circulated 2006 D dimes can appeal to collectors if they display minimal contact marks and pleasing eye appeal, particularly when paired with historical context or a complete Roosevelt dime set. The market value of a 2006 D Roosevelt dime depends heavily on condition, rarity, and collector demand. In circulated condition, the coin is generally valued around its face value, 10 cents, but in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, it can fetch between $1 to $5 for collectors. Special examples, like coins with error strikes, off-center minting, or die cracks, can exceed $50 or more, making them highly sought after in numismatic circles. Online auctions and coin shops often highlight these premium examples. Even though the 2006 D dime is not classified as rare in the strictest sense, it holds significant appeal for several reasons. First, it represents the modern era of coinage while maintaining the iconic Roosevelt design. Second, it allows collectors to complete a Denver minted dime collection. Third, coins in excellent preservation often develop attractive toning over time, giving each piece a unique personality. Collectors also appreciate the sentimental connection to President Roosevelt and his historical legacy, especially the March of Dimes initiative. If you're building a collection of Roosevelt dimes, here are some practical tips. Always handle coins carefully using gloves or soft cloths to prevent oils and dirt from damaging the surface. Store coins in airtight holders or albums to preserve their condition. Pay attention to the mint mark, year, and any unique die variations. Finally, research market trends and auctions. Sometimes even common dimes like the 2006 D can increase in value due to scarcity in top grades or collectible sets. The 2006 D dime carries more than monetary value. It's a symbol of continuity in American coinage and a tribute to one of the nation's most admired presidents. Roosevelt's leadership during World War II and his impact on public health policy resonate even in modern numismatics. Each dime in your collection tells a story of American resilience, design evolution, and historical legacy, making the 2006 D not just a coin, but a piece of living history that collectors can treasure. In conclusion, the 2006 D Roosevelt dime may not be rare in sheer numbers, but its historical significance, design beauty, and potential for collectible value make it an essential piece for coin enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this dime is a perfect example of how modern coins can carry both aesthetic and historical weight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more in-depth videos on coin history, valuations, and collecting tips. And remember, every coin has a story waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching.